Hey everybody, welcome back to Dream Garage. Got some huge updates on the garage at home, and I'm so excited to be able to share this with you guys. I had mentioned this in the last video, but the reason why this is sitting outside is because we got this installed today. So this is the auto lift. It is a 4-post lift. I'm so excited about this because this is going to give me a lot more room, whereas you can tell right now it is just very congested in here. We have another bike that's going to be here shortly. We have a truck that we're redoing that's going to be here shortly. We have a lot of stuff. So that being said, this had to happen, and I'm so excited about it. The people at Best Buy Equipment were awesome. They're not paying me to say that. That is who I went with because of their customer service, not just because of the products they offer. Now, if you're new to auto lifts or you've thought about doing one yourself, do your research prior, ask questions, and know what you've got coming. So I called about March or February because I knew with the space we have, as much as this garage is big width-wise, because there's no divider here between the two garage doors, I knew that I needed something with the amount of cars and bikes that we have and we're going to keep at the house. So I called Best Buy Equipment and I talked to a guy named Dave, and I apologize to Dave if you ever see this. I didn't ever catch your last name, but Dave was very informational. He informed me that they are not commissioned. So this is not something that, you know, the sale, gives them an extra bonus or anything. But he was super helpful. I asked him because, as you know, this brand is Autolift. That's the brand of it. So they are not, it's not a bin packed. Bin packed is the most popular seen. It's the most popular used. And so I asked him, I said, you know, this is a lot cheaper lift. So is the quality worse? Tell me a little bit about that. And he said, honestly, the bin packed, it's not like you're going to get that much better quality. And this runs off a 110. So actually you can use this and you do not have to have rewiring done. You can run it right off of that. And so we've got our everything taken care of. And all I have to do is push on these buttons, which there's a combination here. So I'm learning that myself. But the cool thing about this lift is it does come with 3 drip trays that are actually maneuverable throughout the lift. So that way, if there is a leak going on your vehicle, which besides my truck, I wouldn't have that necessarily, this will catch it instead of you having to worry about it on top of a vehicle or anything like that. It also comes with these really neat dolly wheels, and you can actually move this lift. So this is not something that you have to leave in a specific spot. If we got to a point where we thought it was going to be better in another position in the garage, we can actually maneuver this. And at first I was a little nervous because I'll be honest with you, when it comes to lifts, I actually get really nervous when I'm under one. I've been in a car dealership for 12 years, and even to this day, when I get under a lift, I kind of get a little nervous. But this is going to face my fear because I'm going to have to learn this. I'm going to have to get under the vehicles because I'm going to have a vehicle under the one on the lift. So, you know, I'm going to have to kind of face my fears there, but it is going to allow me to utilize this and utilize my space a lot more efficiently. As you can tell when you look out here, we have some width here when it comes to the actual garage doors, but once you go down my driveway, they're just not. It's basically a single car wide driveway, and that's probably my least favorite thing about this house, if I'm going to be nitpicky. I love our house. We bought it back in January. As far as when we closed, it's been a phenomenal aspect. And we do have the 3-car, which was at minimum what I wanted. I wanted as many garage space as I could get, but when you're doing HOAs, 3 cars is pretty much the standard. You do have some 4 cars and things like that, but they're just hard to find. So that's why I wanted to utilize the space as much as I could, and the lift was the answer for us. And I'm really excited to get to know this. So like I said, I just got home about an hour and a half ago. We had dinner, and so I came straight out here so I could share with you guys what's going on. You've already seen the garage adjustment that was done. Now you're seeing the lift for the first time. And so I'm going to be playing with this a little bit, and then I'm going to get a vehicle on it. Once I learn it a little better, I will show you guys the progression of that so you guys can see what all it entails. And it's actually not as hard as what everybody would think. Like I said, I'm scared to death of lifts in the past, and this is a way to learn. But it's honestly, I actually went through a walkthrough with our service manager where I work, and he showed me the different buttons and how to do it. And it's the same principle here. And it's really simple because it actually clicks. You can hear it when it gets to locking differences. And then you just make sure that it is up and down locked. And then when you want to go down, you have to lift it up a little bit first and then you lower it. So just different processes I'm learning. But again, super excited about this. It is going to take me a little bit until the truck comes home. I really won't have to put a car in the air at this point, just because with the rain and stuff especially, I don't know when I'm going to drive the Corvette or when I'm not, so it'll be easier with it on the ground. But when the truck comes back, it will actually be the winner on this lift until we have it finished restored, because when it's done, the truck will no longer fit in here because of the lift, and the lift is sitting in all of this commotion over here. So I'm going to start playing with this. I will show you the progression, how I got it to that point, and then hopefully we will have a car on it here very shortly so I can actually show you guys what it's going to look like. And I will be putting it in the air for testing after I've done it without the car on it several times. The other reason that I stinks at the moment is because the Corvette, as you can see, is not tall enough without scraping it once you get on these ramps. So I am going to have to get 2x8x12, and I might have said that wrong, 2x12x8 pieces of wood, and to go here, because as you see, it lifts up, then it's going to lift again. So instead of trying to scratch my car, which I do not want to do, I'm going to have to get some boards that will come down here and it'll allow me to go up there without scraping the car. So I will show you guys some different things as I'm going through, and then we will go from there. Okay, so found out the functionality of how it works as you guys are watching as I'm doing this, because I'm learning. So when you watch me kind of looking around, I was looking for the locking release to keep them from not staying locked, because when you push this button, this raises it, okay? And then when you get it above the locking, once you hear that click, that double click, you want it to go up a touch more, and then this lowers it and it'll lock in place, okay? And that's what keeps the lift set and good to go. However, there is a lever down here, which I was trying to find on the actual kind of board here, and that is the lock release. So when you lift it back up to take it all the way down, you have to have your hand or foot on that, so that way it won't lock into each cylinder, okay? So that is the functionality of it. Actually worked out pretty well, I think. So the next step really is to put a car on it. And that's going to be the interesting part, because I haven't done this before, other than I've driven on an alignment rack before, but you got to be careful in how you're driving. You want it to be center, things like that. So I am going to, first time you actually got to hear the car run, but I'm going to actually move the car and put the Escalade on it, and we'll see how that works out. This is the fun part, learning how to pull it on there. We'll get it. Welcome back everybody to Dream Garage. I wanted to give you a quick update. I did have a second part to the lift video, but it was too dark to see. So I'm actually going to, with Mike's help, gonna join those two together. And now I can show you the finished product and then give you a little update of how it is working with it now that I've owned it for just over a week, about a week and a half. And here's what it looks like today. So when I first got the lift installed, I had the Corvette on the ground and actually had the Escalade on top. And the only way that that's possible is because there is just a lot of ceiling space above the Corvette. As you see, obviously the Escalade is a lot taller, but it still is able to be on top of the lift all the way up with the Corvette under and not have to worry about any kind of height problems with that. So I've been very happy with the lift so far. As I've gotten to know it, it has been a lot easier to handle. Obviously the functionality of the lift is easy, like I have shown you guys, that you'll see when I show you when I first got it. You have the lever that lowers it, you have the button here that actually raises it, and you also have a kick lever, which is right here, which is what is to keep the locks from being locked into place. Without pushing down on this, excuse me, the lift will only go down to the next set or the set it's above, as far as to lock in place, and it will stop. That is a safety feature, so you can't just push on this as I do right here. The lift's not moving, because if I could just push on that, this could just land on the truck or myself or the car or whatever would be under it. So obviously you got to have safety measures and get to know your lift. When I first got it, I was scared to death to walk under it or get in a vehicle under it. Just, you know, getting to know it was something that I needed to do. But now that I've had it for over a week, almost a week and a half, it has been amazing. I feel more comfortable getting under it. I'm getting more comfortable with putting vehicles on the lift. And here, I'm sure within the next several months, as I keep having to bring cars on and off, it'll just continue to be easier. So I wanted to show you guys what it looked like finished with the vehicles on it, so you can kind of see how it looks. And I did get the extra tall, extra wide, and extra long, which is the only reason that this is able to be under it, because as you see, there is only a couple inches between. So it is not something that has a ton of room with the car on top and Escalade under, but it fits without scratching anything. It's easy to get in and out of, and it's actually wider than if I was to get into the garage on one side. As you see, there's plenty of space on each side, so I have room and I'm not having to worry about width issues. Now, that being said, I wanted to tell you guys we have some really cool videos coming up. Sunday, I will be going and doing a video with my uncle, which I'm really excited about, because even though obviously he's been in my life my whole life, we're from the same area. He stayed in Deerfield, which is about 10 minutes from Winchester. My dad and mom raised us in Winchester. So, you know, I've been around him my whole life. I knew he had these cars. I've been around these cars, but I never got to actually know his stories behind him when it came to what he's bought, when he's bought them, what got him into it. So I'm actually really excited, because we are going to get to see our first car collection on Dream Garage, and I'm super excited to share that with you guys. I'm actually going to be learning a lot during that video, as you guys will learn, because there's a lot of things he hasn't shared with me yet, so this will be the opportunity to do so. Just to give you a tidbit of what there will be, there's going to be a 68 Camaro, a 58 Corvette, a 70 Monte Carlo, along with several other vehicles. So really excited about that. And there is a project that he has been doing for the last several years that is almost done, and I think we might even get a glimpse of where that is at this point and kind of the history and the background on that truck. So we'll be touching on that on the next video. This one is just kind of giving you guys an update on this. Also, I wanted to talk about the event. It has been several videos since I have done a lot with that, and that's because I wanted to give you guys content that was more towards what this channel is about. However, this channel is also the main market platform for the event. So August 29th, like I said, the event is happening. So excited about it. We have so many people on board to help. This is where we're crying out for help for a sense of people want to volunteer. If you want to do booth rent, we do have people that are starting to sign up and say they want to do a booth for sure. So if you are one of those people that are wanting to do it, don't wait. Get a hold of us. You will have in the description below, you will have each way to get a hold of us, whether that's email or our Facebook channel or Facebook page, sorry, or our Instagram page. There's plenty of ways to get a hold of me. So just do that. If you want to get involved with something, if you have a car collection or a specific car, a boat, a motorcycle, anything that you would like to be featured on the channel, please hit me up and we might be able to make that work. Just let me know, and I'm always looking for new ways, making new connections, talking to new people. That's what this is about, is uniting people together and sharing these passions together and being able to get people's stories out there. So August 29th, I think we're projecting from 11 a.m. I think end time is going to be around 6. I think that's plenty of time for everybody to get out there. Even if you have stuff to do during the day, you can still stop out. What works for you. We will have food trucks there. We are going to have activities there. The shoe drive is live. Again, if you don't have time to go shopping or don't want to go to the stores right now, we understand. You can donate money to us. We can tell you how to do that, and we can do the shopping for you. Or you can go out and do the shopping yourself, and you can get with Mark Haney, who lives in Winchester, or myself. I actually live in the Hamilton County area, and we can get those shoes off your hands, or you can bring them to us by a certain date, which I can disclose for you guys here soon once we have the logistics of where we want everything set before the event. So you know, plenty of ways to help, plenty of ways to get involved. I just had a meeting with Kiwanis Club, and I want to thank Kevin, my brother-in-law, for inviting me there, and had a really good meeting with them, told them what was going on. This is all about word of mouth, talking to people, seeing it on the video. This is how this event continues to grow to be the way that we want this done. So I want to thank each and every person. I've had several people that have reached out via email, text, or in person that have been thankful for the opportunity and or wanting to be just showing up and thankful for us doing something like this. Remember, guys, I had a question about this. The channel and the event are two separate entities when it comes to how we're doing this. This is just our marketing tool because I want to make sure everybody has accessible time to be able to make sure they can come to the event and know everything that's going on. So the channel is our marketing tool for the event. However, the channel is more geared, as far as in general, towards cars like this, or projects, or our bikes. My wife's Riker, we just haven't had time to pick up. We've had so much going on. I work a full-time job on top of doing this, and you know, I only have so much time. So we will be getting her Riker back here shortly. I did get an update on the truck. It is supposed to be in paint now, but they did have a couple wrecked cars come in that they had to tend to. So he said it'll be really quick. I shouldn't have to wait too much longer, and the truck will be back. And I'm so excited to be able to share that with you guys, because I've had that truck since it's looked a lot different than it will when it comes back. We've already done a lot of things to it, and it's really cool to be able to see that. So you will be seeing those things shortly. Like I said, the next video will be talking about the collection with my uncle, and we will be doing that here in the next couple days. And then we also have several people that we are going to get to go see car collections, or what they have to display, and we will be doing that shortly. Now, other than that, we're just continuing to do the best that we can when it comes to getting you guys the great content that we're trying to do each video, and get plans together on how we're going to continue to grow. And like I said, each and every one of you that has supported me through this, supported our goals here, and supported the event, thank you so much. It means more than you'll ever know. And if you haven't gone and subscribed yet, please consider doing so. Really appreciate each and every one of you doing so and watching these videos, because that's how we're able to continue to do this. So we will be getting another video out here shortly, like I've said. Make sure you guys don't give up on your dreams. Do the best you can, and have a great night.